sounds like we fixed Alan's microphone. Alan, you want to speak for us? Uh-oh.
I'm restarting VMix. Is it good?
Oh, yes, it sounds so much better.
Oh my lord. Well, better late than never. That's the show business. We're in.
You're in. That's why you keep a backup microphone, folks. Shock's gotten a kill, and look at this. They've got the A site. Spirit was just playing the lone player. Oh, this is the Spirit Academy team. That explains what's going to happen with this roster. This is not the Spirit we were expecting in the slightest. This is, if I'm not mistaken, Spirit Academy stepping in. We were wondering how they were going to play Bet Boom and also this. And now we have an answer, Alan.
Yeah, just insert the whole Academy team, apparently. Why not?
So take everything we said in the pre-show and throw it out the window.
I actually saw this, I don't remember if it was Challenger League, but they did submit their entire lineup to another event.
Why not?
And yeah, I've seen it a few times. Would it be nice if they told us before we got into the show? But why not? Who then has survived from the original Academy team? Was it Baz and Magno?
Sorry, wait, which?
Was it? I'm sure I've seen Baz and Magno before, but I can't remember if they're from the Academy team.
I mean, I think they are all from the Academy team, but not in the last iteration of it. No, it was, Oh, now you're gonna make me go pull up the old Spirit Academy roster. I think that was... Oh, here we go. All right, nice kill. Out from Oscar. Quick cleanup. We're gonna have to talk about how this is changing the alchemy. No, Baz was on the team. That's right.
Yeah, I remember.
So
I remember Baz.
Baz and Sotfik. Magno Jez was not part of this. Not
Who
part of
did
that
he
Academy
play?
roster.
I'm sure I recognize him. Who did he play for?
We're scrambling here on our research.
K23.
He played for K23, yes, for a year, most of a year, half a year, from January up until October of this year, and then Webster's before that. Young player, 19.
Well, this is now a massive opportunity for Sinners. Win this,
Yeah,
and you're,
certainly.
Oh, what is it? You're one game from Pro League?
You're in the upper bracket finals.
Yeah, you'd be one game from Pro
Pro
League. That would be massive.
Might explain some of the vetoing too, since again, this is a completely different roster. Zedko puts down Shock, but fortunately it's still working out for them. Let's see, they're likely going to get a bomb plant here, though. Quartz actually wants to take into the final kill. Keegan has no idea there's another player on K. Nate almost stops Quartz from getting that kill in time, but it's going to be all good. MagnoJez is here, but Baz is very slow to rotate. And now MagnoJez is just going to walk the smoke. Oh, to great effect. No one was holding it. Smokes are walls. Smokes are not walls. And he slipped away. That's a baller play from MagnoJez. And now Sinners are trying to figure out how to actually bring this round through. They've got the site, but they're a little paranoid that MagnoJez is just standing in the smoke. So they're waiting for it to fade. He's not there. That would have been a heck of a magic trick. So now they'll try this plant again.
They're going to peek. Magno out. They're ready. Baz gets the trade. 25 seconds. There is not long for Oscar to muck about here. He's actually going to push up. Oh, that was a mistake. Ah. I needed that 2-1-2.
Look, it's one player surviving. It is a bonus round. You're going to get an investment pack in here for Sinners, but yeah, considering how much map control they had, that is a heck of a fumble. MagnoJez is just pushing through the smoke with no one watching, getting that cheeky kill on the planter that sent the whole round into disarray. So now you don't even have the plant money coming through from Spirit. It's going to mean there's major limitations in this round. That's a baller play early for the Young Guns. Look, Spirit Academy nearly won Pro League last season. I'm not counting these guys out. Different academy, but yeah, you know, Spirit knows how to find them.
Well, this is my first time seeing this iteration, and a question that we certainly could have posed the last Spirit Academy lineup is, can you find another breed of top players to come through the ranks? There's so many. I mean, throw in Patsy and Siren as well. There's more players that have come through the system.
My question is as well, So Sotvik was on the previous team. He was originally coaching, and then he stepped into IGL and clearly helped mold the players. It seemed like it was his project. I'm not sure what Sotvik's up to nowadays, but I don't think he's coaching this team. Or if he is, it's not HFIL TV listed. Let me see if it's on a Wikipedia.
Okay, very aggressive. They're just going to push their way in through this A main position. B stick up first. U2 is lacking a bit, and the CTs is really awkward smoke down. Oskar with the collat. Okay, I guess that works. All the frags go the way of Sinners.
Okay, so Wikipedia does have Sotvik actually listed as the coach of this roster, so I believe it is still his project. So finding talent, bringing them up.
He needs a raise. I mean, presumably he found Patsy as well. And, you know, might no longer be a part of this project, but that is another phenomenal player to come through the ranks, so... They know what they're doing.
Yeah. They've been one of the most effective... I mean, certainly if this current iteration of the main Spirit team works out, they will be...
Yeah, it's
them
and
there
Mouse,
with
isn't
Gambit youngsters and Mouse, as the successful models of the academy teams.
I guess the difference is that Mouse and Spirit have shown they can do it multiple times.
Yeah.
Bringing top players through the ranks. A lot of teams have academy teams, but maybe actually the other one is Big. Big has actually done pretty good. But I would argue Mouse and Spirit Academy have produced more top flight players than the Big team has.
Well, I think it's the big team continues to promote players and develop players, but the main roster just hasn't had the kind of success that these other teams have had in a long time, frankly. So, you know, yeah, you're promoting players. They're perfectly good at the next level, but you haven't necessarily taken that next step as an organization. Whereas, you know, Mouse, we saw the young guns reach, what are they, top 3 in the world right now? And Spirit obviously has had looking like they're going to have some pretty big peaks with this new squad. We're very ambitious or excited for it, but we're not going to watch them, so I'm going to put that conversation out of my mind for the moment, because right now Sinners are bullying. Keegan going to get pushed off, trying to play that A main fight like Art Frost. Not quite going to have the same success, but gets away with his life.
Is Echo and Shock just going to go? So aggressive.
Seems like it.
Boosting.
They're not looking for the pillar player, though.
Smoke's not going to last forever.
Inch forward. Quiet off the boost. 3 players are here. They're ready for this fight. Sinners are waiting for the counterpunch. There's the spot. They know there's a pillar player now. Not Neki is expecting a molly, but if they just keep fighting this, there's an op right here. Now they spring the trap. Now they get the kill. Utility out as well. And so they found the pick that they want, but they're not committed yet. They've still got B-Stick holding on to the other side of the map, and having found that, having put that pressure on, Sinners are expecting some sort of a move out from Cave, but it's not coming. And with 40 seconds now on the clock, they're going to have to figure out what they actually want to do. Oh, but look at this. The patience is rewarded. Everyone's rotated off of A. Spirit, wondering why there was nothing past that pick, have shifted their focus in towards mid, and now the take comes back to A all along. So now there's no one to defend. The bomb's going to go down, and this might just be a save call.
I don't think they have a choice. There's no kits. Util's lacking a tad. Might as well play the long game, and I think that's half the plan here, wasn't it? If it was commit again to A, Spirit always going to save. So I don't mind the decision. That A-bomb site has proven to be a liability. This round, they had all the numbers. Keegan walks in, misses one shot. Oh, Oskar. He would like to connect there. But these guns have to save for Spirit, so it's them that's in the scary place right now.
Sinners isn't exactly stable either, so they're not gonna throw things away. They could risk a couple more if they wanted to, but they'll concede. They'll concede the save, knowing that it's not gonna be perfect, knowing that they've had a pretty good shot so far, at least at taking this A site. Haven't necessarily seen them need to flex their playbook, even in the round that they lost. That was up to a big individual play from Spirit. The macro so far has all been Sinners. So how do you adjust if you're Spirit, right? Last round, we saw them put a lot of numbers in towards the A site for that fight, but they lose the one pick, and then the patience, they don't have it. They rotate off at the wrong moment. They have not figured out how to mount this defense.
Surprised they haven't played the AWP yet as the first point of contact on A. They could
did
also
that last round.
Yeah, but he walked back into the angle. I think I'd like to see maybe get more aggressive and try and play into the tunnel a little bit. I'm not sure. The main problem is that we're half in, half out. That round we had numbers, but we're jiggle peeking, we're spotting, we're walking back in. It's just allowing too many chances. You can play without A. You can play more of a retake, but you need to be a lot more aggressive out of mid and maybe cave as well to get those fast flanks.
It is the element, you know, when we're comparing Spirit to this Academy roster. What we're missing right now is that aggression out canals. You could tell Sinners were looking for it too, right? That last round, after they get the pick on A, they kept going back to check canals because they're expecting somebody to peek, somebody to try and push the boundary. Likely because that's what Spirit, the main team, would have done. That doesn't happen here. Oh, Keegan walking into the angle with the op. Disastrous result. B-Stick takes 2. Now it's left to Baz. Teammates are not close at hand. He's being flanked out. And it's done. It's done. This is a save. That was merciless. There was no doubt whatsoever. And Quirtz will take it a step further. That's dismantling.
It's a pretty similar round to the one we saw just before, where Spirit are trying to get aggressive 20, 30 seconds in to these extremities, and Sinners with their, I'd call it an all-in call, where you load up with numbers and get ready to go. They've just been in the right place at the right time twice, and have just fragged out with superior numbers.
Right time, right place. Again, it was 3 players in towards B. They're just doing this sort of dry contact play with the op that does not work. And just all drop. At least an AK can be saved. Some damage on the tail end of it. But Sinners at the 6-1. I'm pretty happy about this.
Can't complain. And that one was clean as well. So any economic problems are not a huge concern now. Have a buy in the tank. And it's more eyes on Spirit. Did they get... I mean, I can't foresee them getting aggressive like that again, now being punished twice. It feels like they just need to play out a round a little bit longer. Gives us a better chance. And this time, indeed, is a much more standard setup.
Go 5v4 here. You get the advantage. You take out Quirtz. Sinners were kind of trying to rinse repeat what they'd done in the last, but this time with the smokes up, a little bit more cover for Spirit. Making this work.
It also lost their only lurking presence, so it's going to take ages for Sinners to reroute. They're so scared of aggression and the fear of the unknown, I guess. Wipe the smoke here in mid to Shock. It's going to rebloom before he takes any more control. Look at the space Spirit has taken. Wow.
Yeah.
Got all of canals.
They're retracting off of it, though. With all this ground, now they're realizing they've got to be coming in towards B. So the Molotov comes out. That's just at the right moment. That's going to stall things out. 40 seconds. Now there's going to be a 3rd player here on the defense. Potential quick rotations from these canal players. 2 forced back into dark isn't ideal. But 30 seconds, the utility is still just fainting it off. Now they just need to kill. Beastic gets the 1st, the 2nd as well. Wow. Oh, no. Oh, no. Spirit, you did everything right. You had everyone in the right spot. But you still need to get the kills. It's going to down to a Robo and a 1v2. Can he bring this in? He can on the 1st. That was a leg shot, not a kill. Shot just needs to land some body shots. He's going to know that the player's wounded. The player's limping. Gonna hear the footsteps. Robo doesn't have a kid either, so there is some time pressure on. Goes for the AK. He's backing off? No. You can't do this. You can't do this. It's a 1v1. You gotta have the confidence to fight here. Oh no, Alan. They're waving the white flag.
You gotta give Sinners the credit on the, I mean, B-Stick here just ripped heads as he's running in. But how many times are we going to see rounds where Spirit have the numbers on the site and just can't formulate a good setup, can they? Every time they're just getting caught out in the open, or someone like B-Stick is closing ground before he runs into a crossfire. This one, I mean, they're all coming from one direction. Spirit knew Canals was clear. It's a little bit like, well, what did you guys expect? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But what else was going to happen? Spirit was going to run in main, and you had to be ready to deal with it. And they can't take many more of these, or they're going to lose this map.
Yeah, I mean, this one's looking like one. That's pretty tough. MagnaJet's out. Gave him a rifle. Didn't work out. Keegan gets her done with a 5-7. He knows Quartz is here. Nate to try and pop that. Indeed, Quartz overextends, gets stuck, but now they're trying to chase this. Numbers are even. It's not a bad first exchange considering what they had to work with. Robo, you're gonna have a fight. Nothing. So what was the point of saving that rifle in the last? Talk about it in a moment, but he just gets deleted or erased. And look at this, they're moving towards B. They know they've got one player likely pulled in here. Could have guessed that it might be two, but fortunately for Spirit, they're not going to fully split off this. So you're going to need a big clip from Baz here if they're going to have any chance. Or, no, Neki gets aggressive. Got a little bit of juice. Baz done. It's going to be a 1v2. And this one's a lot less promising than the clutch we had in the last round. But at this point, I mean, you're down 7-1. You gotta go for it. Should have gone for the last. You discuss that till the cows come home. Neki's gonna try and make the move. Smoked off.
Is he giving it up?
Back away. Never mind. They're giving it up. Spirit, eventually, you do have to win some rounds. And they don't seem to agree with that logic. There will be a buy in the next. Not Neki has money. I guess MagnaJez kind of needs a drop, but it's max loss bonus at this point. What are you saving for?
It's also, I feel like most top players are playing for damage here, even if it's not the round, aren't they? They're at least giving it a look. The bomb explosion is so deadly that you hold a player on the side.
You're not going to break this economy, are you?
It's not that good, you know. But it's more the message, isn't it? Isn't it more like, are we just going to give up every time? I don't know, man.
It's, yeah, these last two rounds have been disheartening. The 1v1 is, I'm sorry, inexcusable when you're down this many rounds. I don't see the logic on that one. But, I mean, we also see the white flag raised here. Keegan, okay, there's the pick. Give Keegan the op, get aggressive. He's tried this a few times. This time it works out. Quartz, past the angle they're expecting on that utility. Try and pop the smoke. Molotov on the pillar, push the player off, smoke pop. Nothing caught. Ooh, there's Keegan gone. Tried to go back in towards mid to take this fight. B-Stick has been relentless on these openers. You have to give credit where credit is due, but Baz with the secondary now gets aggressive out B main. There we go. B-Stick put down. Man advantage restored. Spirit maintaining some control here. That's another favorable fight. Baz playing it well. Here we go. Here's some heat for Team Spirit.
It's more like it. Sinners are going to try for this, I think. No, yes. Okay, we're just lining up some nades. Okay, double smokes coming in. It's a Robo. Notaneki in defense. Instant smoke front sight. That is so annoying. Notaneki might have an angle. Round this one up on the shelf. It's just so hard to get a good duel. So hard to get a good duel. Trade is nice, but way too many players to deal with. And finally, to seemingly forever, Spirit are back on the board.
Something here. Took the double up to do so. It's going to be a little difficult to maintain, but they keep enough bodies alive, they can keep it going. They're going back to that double up. They're keeping it going.
Yeah,
they kept
I think you have
the
to,
two guns
don't you?
saved.
The best thing about this defensive side was that round from Baz, I think. More of that, please.
The problem is the element of surprise isn't there anymore, right? So even after you know where Keegan is, you're still going to respect potential op angles. We'll see how Sinners can adjust to it. You can see Oscar's hunting for that cave peek early.
Sinners going back to a similar call to how they kicked off this half. We'd call it a 4-1. Start 4 group. They're actually going to bring all 5 over. And they favoured a lot of these sort of hits. Keegan is here. But the everlasting question on this defensive side, can they just hold on to these sites when the onslaught comes knocking?
Getting aggressive. Flashbang tips them off. That shot doesn't land. Don't get too many more opportunities, but not Neki going to make it easier. 2 for 3 isn't bad. It's going to be a bomb plant, almost certainly conceded. But it does give them a chance. Still, Oscar's alive. Actually, Shock's gone for the secondary op as well with his health low. So this becomes a very interesting defense. They don't know about the A main player. But also, Magnajez is not moving forward.
Shock is holding. This is all on Oscar.
Got the first, no problem. Robo right there, deleted, never even pulled the trigger. So now it's down to a 1v2, and they hear the footsteps. It's panic on, and that's going to be Sinners pulling out a man-down situation in the post.
Oh, I'm gutted for Spirit. I'm gutted for Spirit. I mean, obviously, you know, this isn't the main Spirit lineup. It is the Academy team. The Academy team presumably isn't playing that many officials at the moment in a world without we play. So, you know, there's always going to be a tall order to come in and face a seasoned professional level lineup. And in some of these rounds, Sinners, they just have so many ways to win the rounds. So many different routes and avenues. Even when Spirit have advantages, these afterplants from Sinners have just been flawless.
Gonna try aggression. Shock's gonna punish them for it. Got pretty far with it, but the Carpets player, not too much to deal with. And they've given up cave is the problem on the other side. So Zedko is now into that position. Sinners have a lot of map control and the man advantage available for them. Gonna put pressure onto this B site. You can see the third player's shifting over. They're basically conceding A, playing a retake on it. Though as I say that, the B players are shifting off. What's the read here? They're gambling. They're shifting their gamble back towards A, I suppose. So it's going to leave B completely conceded, and then presumably they'll just...
Well, there is no saving,
last
yeah.
round of the half.
It's just a gamble.
Full-on gambling it, and they have chosen poorly.
Yeah.
In towards B goes Sinners. Down almost certainly will go the bomb. Desperation spray from Baz, but with his toes on fire, he will be able to do no more. Actually got some decent damage on Quartz, but this bomb's going down, and we have not really seen a lot to encourage confidence in Spirit's retakes. Did Zedko not spot that barrel? Oh, now he does. Flashbang out. Baz gets first contact. Nice kill. Zedko looking for the second, but still alive on this fight. And the bodies are dropping fast for Spirit. Neki knows this is such a tough fight. Still going to get it, but not the trade. And it all falls to Keegan. We'll do no more. 10-2 is the scoreline. An absolute dominant showing from Sinners. The Academy team looking like they might need a little bit more time in school. And we are back for what could be a very brief half. Spirit, frankly, getting bullied in the schoolyard by Sinners. Wedgies, Swirlies. Look, some of their players are probably still in high school, since this is the academy team.
Yeah, but
so
Sinners are like, what, mid-20s? What are they doing around?
Yeah, most of them. I mean, you got Oscar, 32, just beating up on kids right now.
Apparently. Okay. Oh my lord, look how many Sinners players on the site. 4 in defense. Shock is nearby. It's just a wall, an onslaught of defensive players, and they're getting chewed up a Spirit.
That was jumping. That was a jumping USP shot. Why not? Style points, Zedco.
Have Spirit just been shoved in the metaphorical locker?
Yes.
Locked in.
Absolutely. All right, they all swing. It's over. 11-2. Look, this game is over. It felt over when Robo backed off of a 1v1 with time aplenty on the clock. That's where I thought this game was done. Maybe Spirit will show some kind of amazing play here with Mac 10s, but metaphorically, realistically, we're on to Mirage. Oscar's got an auto shot.
The veto makes a lot more sense now as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, we were looking at this like, man, that's a lot of confidence from Sinners.
But it's also like
some of these maps.
I'm not super aware of the Spirit Academy's current map pool, but it's not a bad guess that a map like Anubis that is really tricky to play could be a bit of a gap.
It's true. Absolutely true. Here's the swing in. Shot. Can't get anything. All right, the full 5-man bulldoze in towards A. Working out. This could actually just be a save. This could be a save for the center side. They might go for it just because of their substantial cushion. Because it is a limited buy from the Spirit side. They don't have armor, but they've only seen guns on the other side, so they don't really realize these are players or Glocks. They don't actually know. Wow. So first, trade is there. It's a bit of a massacre now, but as we've seen, the Glocks just don't have the firepower for it, and so they are swept on off. So Sinners risk it. They risk it, and it turns out to be the right call. There was just nothing beyond. It was a facade, right? A really impressive facade with the Galil, where Magno just got the kills, and then behind that, no foundation, no structure.
If this was any different situation, we'd be sat here saying a hero Galil, nothing else bought, a bomb plant, and that many kills. It's great. The problem is, Spirit just need rounds. They need anything. Every opportunity where there's even a window, a realm where they win the round, they have to take it at the moment. And unfortunately, they can't claim it there. 10 chances for Sinners. Misses damage limitation, I think, already for Spirit. They're just trying to get some gun rounds played before on Mirage.
Zedco just peeking, finding the kill. They're trying to chase him down, but Zedco get some damage at the very least. Still, it is a trade, and now mid is open. Spirit have something to work with here. Some sort of space. Oscar has some sort of AWP, and that's got to be terrifying. Ooh, Robo on the other side. Robo creeping forward. Robo gets the dink and not checked, actually. Surprisingly conservative from Oscar.
Beastic's going
gonna go through. Kind of looks like it. Yeah, he's phased it. Oh my goodness, the timing. Just as not Neki pulls off. Now Beastic's got all this information. There's no one here. They're going in towards A. Look at that spam damage off of the smoke. Shock, wary of A main, but it's the camera that he's got to worry about. He's up to the task. Ooh, nearly gets the third. Keegan dancing with death here, and this is looking like it could be a shutdown. The cavalry is here, and there's just nothing doing. Sinners dominant here on Anubis every step of the way, absolutely dismantling this Spirit Academy team. Look, based on what we've seen so far, Spirit Academy maybe need a little more time.
Yeah, this is